The house number or, even signage in front of the home can also make a difference if first responders are trying to get there in an emergency.
Yeah, scary. KMAX Nicolette Perdomo spoke to local fire departments. Nicolette, is this a problem here?
Well, Lauren, Brian, when was the last time you checked to see how visible your address is? I walked around a couple neighborhoods and a lot of people told me they hadn't even thought about that. But it's important that your address is as visible as possible. In case of an emergency, first responders try to get there as quick as possible, and that can become a problem when your address isn't clear from the street.
Every once in a while we might have trouble finding the exact house. If you have a row of houses that, there's 10 or 15 of them that don't have addresses, you have to kind of start counting. And if you have to do that, it'll slow down your response.
Captain Kevin Ivey with Lubbock Fire says it is beneficial for all first responders to have addresses clearly marked. And if they're not marked, the city of Lubbock has requirements you need to follow.
The fire marshal's office goes out and they do an inspection of it. And part of that inspection is making sure that their address is visible from the street.
LFR trains their firefighters to know the specific route to get to different areas in Lubbock.
Once the address is given, you have to tell them how to get there, and that's what part of the rookies test is.
But out in the county, volunteer fire departments say this is a big issue.
In the county more than in the city has ordinances where you're supposed to have your address displayed. The county, it's kind of hit or miss. A lot of people have their addresses on their mailbox, a lot don't.
And Captain Ivey remembers working in the county and some trouble he ran into. That's why he says it's so important to have your address visible.
I used to work for another service, and it was out in the county. And there were many times where, we could get in the general area, but out in the county the blocks vary. It could be a long block or it could be a short one.
They suggest making sure your house marker sign is posted clearly visible from both directions on the road, and even recommend things like keeping your grass trimmed or having reflective sign.
Whatever you got to do.